Hey everybody, hope you all are doing well. So this is probably going to be the first of a few video series based on we're talking about the medical system and the symbols associated and the rituals and the drugs and all that stuff that they use along with it. So the catechis or codices, I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that, so I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, but it's a word that I didn't actually know about until what was it, 2 days ago when I started researching this stuff. And yeah, it's this symbol right here with the rod. I mean, I've seen this symbol many times, but I did not know what it was or what it was called. And it's the two snakes wrapped around a rod with angel wings. And it is. Some accounts suggest that the oldest known imagery of the catechis has its roots in the Mesopotamian origin with the Sumerian god Ningishzida, whose symbol, a staff with two snakes intertwined around it, dates back around 4000 BC to 3000 BC. And this Sumerian god Ningishzida, excuse me if I mispronounced that, he is from Wikipedia. It says that his title connects him to plants and agriculture and the underworld. He makes an annual trip to the underworld every year, and that has to do with the death of vegetation. And he's also been known as an underworld god. He was known. His role was known to be the chair bearer of the underworld. So anyway, there's more that you can learn about him, and I just wrote down a little bit, but essentially, that is just one association with the catechis. It goes back to that deity, that the ancient Sumerian god. It's also, as a symbol, it's also associated with Hermes, or the Roman Mercury, which is about communication, and by extension, trades, occupations, or undertakings associated with the god. In later antiquity, the catechises provided the basis for the astrological symbol representing the planet Mercury. Thus, through its use in astrology, alchemy, and astronomy, it has come to denote the planet and elemental world metal of the same name. It is said the wand would wake the sleeping and send the awake to sleep, which is very interesting. It said the wand would awake the sleeping and send the awake to sleep. And if applied to the dying, their death was gentle. If applied to the dead, they returned to life. I'm going to probably make a video on those two statements, talking about some of the larger aspects I see that's correlating to what's going on today. But anyway, to continue on. So by extension of its association with Mercury and Hermes, the catechis is also a recognized symbol of commerce and negotiation. Two realms in which balanced exchange and reciprocity, sorry if I mispronounced that, are recognized as ideals. This association is ancient and consistent from the classical period to modern times. And then it says the catechis is also used as a symbol representing printing, again by extension of the attributes of Mercury, in this case associated with writing and eloquence. And we're going to look at that word eloquence too, because that comes up a few times. And then the printing and the writing goes into the, money and then commerce and trade. So anyways, it's all going to come together. The catechis is often used as a symbol of healthcare organizations and medical practice, particularly in the United States of America, due to confusion. They say it's due to confusion, but we'll go into that too, with the traditional medical symbol, the rod of Asclepius, which I have information on that, which we're going to get into as well, which has one snake and is never depicted with wings. Given that the catechis is a symbol of commerce, many healthcare professionals disapprove of this practice. So now here, let me tell you more about how that whole confusion came about. So, confusion with the rod of Asclepius, or how do you pronounce that? I'm sorry. It is relatively common, especially in the United States, to find the catechis with its two snakes and wings used as a symbol of medicine instead of the rod of Asclepius with only one snake. This usage was popularized largely as a result of the adoption of the catechis as its insignia by the U.S. Army Medical Corps in 1902. At the insistence of a single officer, although there are conflicting claims as to whether this was Captain Frederick D. Reynolds or Colonel John R. Van Huff. So the rod of Asclepius is the dominant symbol for professional healthcare associations in the United States. One survey found that 62% of professional healthcare associates use the rod of Asclepius as their symbol. The same survey found that 76% of the commercial healthcare associates use the catechism symbol. The author of studies suggests the difference exists because professional associations are more likely to have a real understanding of the two symbols, whereas commercial organizations are more likely to be connected with the visual impact a symbol will have in selling their products. So essentially, if you look at the rod of Asclepius is, since I've done a whole piece on it right here, which I'll go into in a second, but it's that symbol right there. This is the rod, and you can find that symbol on that, which is the Star of Life symbol, which is on the ambulances, and also the World Health Organization has it as well. But this one is used for commerce, and it's to help sell drugs. If you look at the industry and how much money the medical industry takes in and makes, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I can assume it's pretty outstanding. So anyways, continuing on, the long-standing and abundantly attested historical associations of the catechism with commerce are considered by many to be inappropriate by symbol used by those engaged in the healing arts. So yeah, because it's dealing with making money, people who are really trying to help heal see a problem with that, because it's like, if your intentions are to sell, then it could be said that your intentions are also going to make people want to be sick, because that would give you motive to want to sell more. If your intentions are really to heal, then it should all be about the actual art of healing and not actual selling. So that's why there's been a conflict with using that symbol instead of that symbol, which is the appropriate symbol for healing based on the research that I've done and what is consistent with ancient, what they've been saying about ancient stuff. Again, I'm just getting into this stuff, so I'm no professional scholar or researcher or anything like this. I'm just doing my best to help share with you guys why I think, the medical system in particular right now is kind of at the forefront of what's behind this whole agenda of getting people to become, more heavily involved in this satanic system and away from creating a new godly system. So, just helping shed truth on what's really going on here that I see. Okay, so now I'm going to get back into the rod of Asclepius. This is aka the staff of Asclepius. Again, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Is a serpent entwined rod wielded by a Greek god Asclepius. Again, a deity, associated with healing and medicine. This symbol is still being used in modern times on the World Health Organization and also with the emergency services, which I talked about. And this is from a Greek writer, I believe, called Cornodius, was a Greek philosopher probably active in the 1st century CE, and theologian. Gracia Compendium, chapter 33, offers a view of both snake and staff. Asclepius derived his name from healing soothingly and from deferring the withering that comes from death. For this reason, they gave him the staff as a serpent as an attribute, indicating that this was to avail those who could avail themselves of medical science undergo a process similar to the serpent, about shedding your skin and paying attention to that which needs paying attention to. So that's one of the reasons why that's the staff. The staff is about, the healing of, actually, I don't know exactly why that they chose the staff, but the snake in particular is representative of attention and shedding of the new skin. And somewhere I think I wrote down stuff about the staff. I could use my own imagination and try to figure out that, but I'm trying to get more studious with things and, as well as use my imagination, but I want to also bring in more facts and truth that's already existent in the world to help back up what I'm talking about. So, anyways, again, I just want to go back to the symbols again. So this symbol, is really dealing with. If you look into it, it has to do with design has ancient and consistent association with trade, liars, thieves, eloquence, negotiation, alchemy, and wisdom. Again, trade, liars, thieves, eloquence, negotiation, alchemy, and wisdom. So this staff, right, or this symbol right here, that is, the leading force of this whole pandemic and everything, this is what they represent. Trade, liars, thieves, eloquence, negotiation, alchemy, and wisdom. So right there, that's telling you guys that they're liars and thieves. And then they use eloquence, they use negotiation, politics, alchemy, it's chemicals, it's drugs, wisdom. That word wisdom, I don't know the exact definition, but you can be evil and still be wise as fuck. Just like you can be good and be wise as fuck. So, again, man, these things are right in front of our faces, and, we have no clue what they really stand for, what they really are. I've always had a feeling about the system, and as you look into pharmaceuticals and what it's doing, and you look at the actual progression of the mental and the physical state of America and the world, it's not easy to be like, well, something's not right here. They're really not helping heal people. It's more of a giving them a Band-Aid or a candy to suck on while their wounds continue to fester and, get out of control. And, they're just putting on things to temporarily, keep people's pains at bay, but they're not actually helping the core essence of the problem, or even addressing the real problem of what's going on. So anyways, I'm going to come back at you guys with more stuff because, again, this is a whole, huge topic, and, it's going to go into the hemp and what we can do with hemp too as well. So anyways, I'm kind of new at doing this whole, lesson board thing and writing notes down. So I appreciate you guys if you've watched this long, and yeah, I hope you all have a good day. All right. Love y'all. Bye.